You see, we have a circular that says that if you want to serve, number one, Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, all court processes should be served on the legal department of the parliamentary service on Mondays, due working hours. Doc, to be very honest with you, most people in this public, I'm talking about the public, including myself, didn't know that beyond the Monday there were others. That's the first point. And even those who are still accusing you that why did you use Monday have quietly shied away from these two options. So I'm happy that this shows that there are other options. The second one is the clerk to Parliament. Okay? All processes should be served on the clerk to Parliament. Mondays, other weekdays. Doc, this is my understanding. I have been in Parliament before. The chief administrator of Ghana's Parliament, is the chief director of the ministry, is a clerk. If you have another provision that says that you can serve the clerk from Monday and other weekdays, Doc, if you give anything to Ghana's Parliament, the clerk of Ghana's Parliament, is it about his person? He is the one through which you can reach anyone that has anything to do with Parliament. You can choose to use that route. Anyone. Oh, please, you see this, you don't have patience to listen to differing opinions. That's the problem I have. Relax, calm down. You can later speak your mind. I'm speaking my mind. Look. So I want us to understand that when the Speaker, Chief Justice, people are trying to take word by word, but the import of a submission is that this Parliament, it is not only Mondays that you can go there, other weekdays to the provision allows. And that one, it is the clerk. Look, I have been in Parliament before. Anything the clerk receives, he then pushes it to the relevant department or works with the relevant department. If you have a matter from the Supreme Court and you are the clerk, who do you work with? Which department?
But okay.
Oh, I'm going 1 minute, I'm done. Okay. The point I want to make is that the Speaker, the Chief Justice, in telling you that you can reach out to the legal department any other day, the clerk of Ghana's Parliament, when he receives any documents from the courts, he represents the whole Parliament, including the Speaker. He's the Chief Administrator. So anything said from Ghana's court on any other day to the clerk is not about the person of the clerk. It's not about the person. And if it's a legal matter, a case as such from Ghana's Supreme Court, where is the clerk going to refer to the matter, or with which unit in Parliament would you work with? For example, if you write to the clerk of Parliament that Parliament bought 20 cars and my uncle, so I'll use this for example, from Swani Motors, Tommy Swanika, and you write to Parliament that you are owed, Doc, there is legitimate debt to Ghana's clerk, the clerk of Ghana. Doc, the first thing the clerk will do, of course, is going to involve Mr. Speaker, but it's going to work with the finance department or any other purchase department to see the status of that claim. So we should get it easy. People should not go and hide in West. What the woman is saying is that this Ghana's Parliament, it is not only Monday that you can go there with a legal document. And please, that's the substance.
You are saying something.
Yes.
You are saying something which, first of all, is not the case that the Speaker makes, and it's also not the response that the CJ makes. The Speaker has gone to court to tell the court that you have improperly served me, and that on the basis of our interaction, you came up with a circular, a practice directive on how I should be served.
I agree. I've seen it.
You said on how I, Speaker, should be served.
I get it.
You have said it, how I should be served.
Yes.
And that how this service was effected is contrary to what your circular says on how I should be served. This particular service was directed at the Speaker, not Parliament.
I get you.
And the circular is clear.
Yes.
And in fact, the CJ, in debunking the Speaker's position on the matter, refers to the column 1, which deals with how the Speaker of Parliament should be served. And what Sammy brought here was that
I listened to him.
Was that secular?
No, I mean,
hold on. Was that secular? And Sammy's point is that what the CJ says, what the CJ told us, in relation to what column 1 of the secular says, is contrary to what is in the secular.
Okay.
And that the Speaker's position on the service is vindicated by this circular.
Yes.
That if the speaker says that your circular, which determines how I, as speaker, should be served, says that one, all court processes,
I've read it. You let me
hold on, all court processes directed at me, speaker, should be served on the legal department of the parliamentary service.
Is that clerk of parliament?
I'm coming. The judiciary and the CJ knew about clerk of parliament.
Yes.
Yet they said that when the service is about the right honourable speaker of parliament, it must be served on the legal department of parliamentary service. Then he went on to say that acceptable times of service, Mondays during working hours.
I've seen it.
So if there is a service on the speaker, and the speaker says that this is how you have said I should be served, that is not how I was served. And the CJ says that no. If you look at your own thing, for a service, a personal service on you, it's Mondays.
Yes.
But on other days, we can serve the legal department. But the circular does not say that.
Okay, all right.
So that means you may say clerk of parliament. Why are you introducing clerk
because
of parliament?
You have not seen the phrase, please, with all due respect, legal department at the second place. But with all due respect to you, when you serve something on the clerk, is it supposed to be about its person?
This is the, you see, I don't want to
please, with all due respect. But who said you have come? It's my time. Please, you have to talk to him. Please, it's my time.
Annie, please put the second page on the circular.
Yes, no, the point I'm making is that speaker is hiding, how do you call it? People are sticking to form rather than substance. What the woman is saying is that you can send legal documents to this Ghana's parliament on other weekdays. And I have been in parliament before. Parliamentary workings, anyone who has been in parliament, anything that...
So hold on. Please, leave it there. Yes.
No, they should see 1 and 2. Why should they freeze it? They should see both.
Yes. One of them if you take your time, you understand I said freeze. Please calm down a bit. Just roll it down. I want the sentence before the table. In view of foregoing, the Honourable Lady Chief Justice has therefore directed that in serving processes to the above mentioned officials, the following should be adhered to henceforth. So now it distinguishes, it gives us 3 categories of persons in Parliament.
I've seen it.
So it tells us that category 1 is Right Honourable Speaker. Category 2 is the Clerk to Parliament. Category 3, Members of Parliament. So clearly the Chief Justice distinguishes that if it is there's a Honourable Speaker of Parliament, that service must be effected on. Then there is a Clerk of Parliament. Then there are Members of Parliament.
Absolutely.
So the judiciary distinguishes the 3. What this means is that for any service directed at the Speaker, this is how.
That's not what it means. Please. No, that's my interpretation. It's your interpretation with all respect. The reason why even these days...
Would you please allow me to...
You see, let me... Otherwise...
I engage Sammy. He engaged throughout.
I understand.
I agree with Sammy on all the things he said.
I've got your point. You've made it.
And I'm saying I don't agree with you getting me. I don't intend for you to agree with me. I don't.
I understand.
I am just saying, please put the thing back. I am just saying that this is the judicial service. It says that when it comes to Parliament of the Republic of Ghana, we are categorizing 3. Right Honourable Speaker of Parliament, which presupposes that a service can be directed at the Honourable Speaker of Parliament. That a service can be directed at the Clerk of Parliament. Usually when it is for Parliament. And a service can be directed on Members of Parliament. So now it distinguishes the 3, and it says that 1. Personality to institution to be served is there. So if it is Right Honourable Speaker who the service is on, how the service should be effected, acceptable times of the service, and then he has remarks. Then if it is about the Clerk of Parliament that the service should be effected on, how service should be effected, acceptable times of service, and then remarks there. If it is about Members of Parliament, how it should be effected, and then acceptable times for the effect. And you see it there. So the one clearly says that if the service is to be effected on the Speaker, all court processes should be served on the legal department of the parliamentary service. acceptable times of service, Mondays during working hours. And I made a point that if you look at this circular again, what it even means is that if you look at 2 and 3, apart from Mondays, it specifies other days and says that if it is Tuesday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. on 2 and 3, it specifies. What it means is that when it comes to 1, it is dealing with only Monday, and it gives you during working hours.
That's you have another interpretation.
With all due respect, how you interpret a document here, with all due respect, is not supposed to be the right one. So this is a document we are all interpreting respectfully. The way you interpret it, I respect it. But I'm saying that, in my opinion, your interpretation is a misinterpretation. I have access to that. And I want to put forward my interpretation. And I'm saying that because I'm privileged to have been a member of parliament, the spirit behind this letter is that MPs are free on Mondays, including the speaker, who don't work on Mondays. And it's because the fiscal process of handing over court documents, getting it received, because Mondays is when you can get that done. The spirit is that if you want to serve the speaker or an MP, it is to be done on Mondays. Now,
this document doesn't say that.
No, that's what I'm speaking about. This. There is an intention behind it. Why Monday was chosen because that's when we don't work.
No, but 2 and 3.
I'm coming to 2 and 3. Yes. The reason why when it came to the clerk, apart from Monday, other days were added, is that he is administrator of parliament. So from even in Tuesdays up to Friday, he was not put in that exemption like us.
I don't understand.
From Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, according to the 2, you can go and serve the clerk. Is that not so?
Yes. Between 7 and 8.
Please.
Between 7
I'm sure the spirit behind is that he is administrator. He's not like us who are free on only Monday. But the rest of the weekdays, he should be available to receive.
So read 3.
No, I'll come to 3.
Please,
he should be available to receive documents. And as someone who has been in Ghana's parliament, I'm pointing to you that when things come to the clerk, it's not necessarily about his person. He is the face of Ghana's parliament. And even in fact, you can even serve as a member of parliament. You can bring a matter concerning a member of parliament through the clerk. He's the chief administrator of Ghana's parliament. So I am telling you that with my privilege of being Ghana's parliament, what the Chief Justice is telling you is that Ghana's parliament is not only approached on Mondays, that's the substance, and that through the clerk. And please, there is nowhere also that says that anything you bring to the clerk, it must have nothing to do with the speaker on the rest of the days. Please, that's my interpretation. So
even when the document provides for how a particular office or a person must be served.
Respectfully, I'm saying that because I have worked in Ghana's parliament, the way to understand.
You are not with the Parliamentary Service Board.
Okay, no problem. But at least I have the privilege of experiencing their work. The way to better appreciate that provision is that I'm giving you the spirit behind the Monday that was chosen. It's assumed that Monday he is not sitting, so you can physically go there, serve him any court documents.
No, they are not even asking you to serve them. They say serve legal department.
No,
which also like the clerk, work Monday to Friday.
Correct. Now, and I'm saying that when they say you can serve the clerk, and I understand why Sammy and those who are antagonistic towards the courts over the past, who've developed antagonism, I can appreciate why they've conveniently, and I'm very happy I saw this, because until I came to this show, I never knew that beyond Monday there were other provisions. There is a reason why those who are attacking the courts now ran away from 2. I am telling you that when you serve Ghana's clerk, the clerk of Ghana's parliament, it is the route through which you approach any other department or person that has to do with parliament. And so
in this specific case, who was served?
No, please.
No, in this specific case, who was served? Was it clerk of parliament?
No, please, let me see. It's about workings. It's an institution approaching another institution. And let me.
No, you don't get who was served.
No, please, I'll say it.
Yes. Who was the service effected on it?
If you write to Ministry of Health on a matter concerning, let's say, my chief director, but written to my office, the first department I mean to Okoe is the legal department. And I'm explaining to you that the clerk is the chief administrator. And so the documents, the Chief Justice, the Speaker is telling the whole world that I have an arrangement that says that they shouldn't serve me anything on Monday. And the lady,
not on Monday. It didn't say they shouldn't serve me on Monday. It says they should serve me on Mondays through the legal department.
But nothing.
No. He said you can serve me through the legal department on Mondays.
Right.
He said that is not what was done.
All right. And the
Are
Chief
you aware
Justice,
that there was no service on the clerk of parliament?
look, I'm coming.
Are you aware?
He can't answer
I'm saying that, look, I'm saying that it is not by accident that all those who are attacking the courts ran away from provision 2.
How is 2 applicable?
It's not even applicable to this. It's not relevant to this discussion.
So what's the Speaker's problem?
Because this particular
What's the
service,
Speaker's problem?
this particular service was not effected on the clerk.
I'm saying what's the Speaker's problem? What's his contention?
His contention is that
Yes.
you serve me
Yes.
through the legal department
Yes.
on Mondays
Yes.
during working hours,
Yes.
and that is not what was done.
What was done?
Is that not his case?
That is it.
What was done? I'm asking you.
What was done?
Please. Yes.
What was
No,
done?
what was done?
Yes.
His Speaker's argument that documents were served on another day apart from Monday. Is that not?
Yes.
And
On the
I'm
legal
saying-
department.
No
Parliament.
problem. Yes. And the point I'm making is that
Yes.
Ghana's parliament,
Yes.
the second provision says that
Yes.
you can serve parliament
Yes.
from Monday to Friday through the clerk.
No, what was done?
No, that is not it.
But the legal
That is not
department,
what
are they independent?
He doesn't know.
They were another clerk.
No,
Listen,
listen.
Sammy.